Hi everyone, our presentation today is entitled Using Google Classroom for Teaching English Literature. The role of technology in human communication has been constantly increasing recently. Therefore, the virtual classroom is an online classroom that allows participants as teachers and students to communicate with each other and engage in work groups. The very recent addition to virtual learning is Google Class. That is a new program in Google Applications for Education suite. And it has changed how the educational curriculum works mainly in literature. So many researchers tackled this subject for the aim of showing students how Google Class is beneficial and useful tool for both teachers and students. This paper explores and aims to investigate about how Google Class can Google Class be an effective tool to improve literature teaching. It is meant to investigate the effectiveness of Google Classroom as a tool program in teaching literature. By this research, we aim to find answers to the following questions. 1. To what extent will teachers of literature improve their teaching using Google Class? 2. Are both teachers and students of English satisfied with the use of Google Class? And what are their opinions about the integration of Google Class into the instruction of literature? Our presentation starts by a definition of the Google Class as a program, then the statement of the problem and research methodology. After that, we will have the discussion and finally a conclusion. Starting, first of all, definition. What is Google Class? Dudley in 2014 has defined Google Classroom as a learning management system that supports students' response, help each other and give each other feedback in order to facilitate paperless communication between teachers and students through sharing courses online. He emphasizes that Google Class can create a very friendly environment for learning between teacher and student, which supports in organized collaboration files, create a blended classroom, engage students to enrich learning, and save paper and save time also. Google Class can create a very friendly environment for learning between teacher and students. And it is designed for both teachers and students for the sake of sharing ideas, topics, and resources with one another. Therefore, this study is designed to solve the use of technology has changed our daily lives. To update ourselves, we need to follow these changes. So educators have to learn new advanced and programs available to support students and encourage their learning in different ways. And as students, we require to know how can we use technology and for what purpose we need it. The third part is how to evaluate technology-based instruction using Google Class mainly in teaching literature. Research tools. This study has a qualitative exploratory nature that focuses on a case study that represents 10% of teachers of English literature at the English department and 10 master students as a sample that also represents 10% from the whole population, the students, which stands for 100 students. By using a questionnaire addressed to teachers as a means of analyzing and collecting data in order to shed light on their experience using Google Class in teaching literature, and a semi-structured interview for the students. Both students and their teachers will answer some questions in order to identify the effectiveness of using such program and its impact on teaching of literature. The two tools help in achieving the aims behind this given research, which is mainly how can Google Class be an effective tool to improve teaching literature. The findings were as follows, starting by discussion of teachers' questionnaire. Through their answers, we find that, for the first question, do teachers use Google Class program and why? So 2 teachers already applied this novelty technique in their teaching, while 1 teacher argued that he had not yet applied it. Still, he wanted to because this program is paperless. Teachers and students will not have excessive numbers of paper to shuffle since all the uploaded assignments and assessments are saved to drive. Students can complete assignments and assessments through Google Class. For the second question, does Google Class support teachers to better teach LIT? How? Google Class highly supports the teaching according, of course, to their answers. So we find that Google Class highly supports the teaching and learning process in general, teaching literature in particular, because teachers and students can send emails, post to the stream, send private comments on assignments, and provide feedback on work. Teachers then have full control over students' comments and posts. They can communicate with them about their weaknesses and hence will be able to provide help immediately in the area. The third question, are teachers confident about using Google Class in their teaching process and why? The answers demonstrated that 2 teachers are confident in implementing this program in their teaching. They said that it's a huge time saver, with all resources saved in one place and having the ability to access classroom anywhere. Teachers will have more free time to finish other tasks. The last question, do teachers think that Google Class will be popular in the future? In fact, all teachers think that this program will be popular in the future, especially with the advance of technology. Its integration in education inspires positive changes in teaching methods on an international level. And according to their responses, they find Google Class a very interesting program and hence it can be a very helpful tool for teaching literature effectively. As for the student semi-structured interview, there are 10 participants, as I said before, 5 males and 5 females, who study at the English department, University of Lawat, for at least 5 years. All of them have the same age and nearly the same level. The analysis of their responses to the main questions was as follows. For the first question, are you motivated enough using Google Class? And for what reason? The majority of students, in the average of 6 students, are motivated toward using Google Class program. They said that they are addicted to Facebook, Instagram, and others. Thus, they wanted to spend more time online for a good purpose. In addition, they wanted to make learning enjoyable, so they prefer using technology and online presentations to make the class more interactive, especially in hard classes like literature. 2. Do you find Google Classroom helpful in learning LIT? How? Their answers demonstrated that the majority of them, 80%, consider Google Class as a vital tool that promotes literature learning and see it as a useful and suitable program that can boost their learning. It provides them with exposure to an online learning system. Also, they can collaborate on Google Docs, which have been shared by the teacher of LIT, as Google Class provides a great commenting atmosphere where learners can comment on specific posts within writings, pictures, videos, and others. They may also create URLs for useful comments and using them for future online discussion for the future sessions. The results demonstrated that students who used Google Class are more active. Outcomes of the questionnaire and the interview analysis demonstrated that most students are satisfied with using Google Class in their learning. And even they have benefited from using such program and they became more interested in learning literature. The main findings demonstrated that the integration of Google Class program plays a great role in supporting and enhancing students towards learning, mainly literature. And finally, integrating Google Class into the learning process helps students learn in a new, different and effective way, as well as supports that learning. Google Classroom integration provides another opportunity for instructors to engage in a virtual learning environment. The results gained from this study show that Google Class is a very useful program that highly impacted and changed the teaching and henceforth learning process. Thank you for your attention.